Hello friend, welcome to my YouTube channel Pharma Rocks with Shivaji Bundela. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Today we will introduce very important topic. In that video, I will describe you what is the OS and how we will investigate that OS. OS means out of specification. Any analysis, any parameter is going outside the specification, we are calling that out of specification. What is the definition of this out of specification? I will define you, and how we will investigate for that investigation also define you in that video. Definition is: if the analytical result of a batch or material is falling outside of a established specification range, is called considered as a out of specification. Another definition is there: the term OS test result include all suspect result that falls outside the predetermined specification is called out of specification. Every company have different type of SOP. In that SOP they are mentioning everything related to out of specification. What is the investigation, then how we will follow up this investigation. They are taking from this SOP in our guideline. In that guideline, one more definition is there, that the result obtained out of defined test limit is called out of specification. This guideline is in Central Drug Evaluation of Research in 2006. Quality units should have well defined SOP for OS. The scope of SOP should be well done. Now I will define you what is the history of OOS guideline, what happened in that time. After that they taking that guideline and given to all pharmaceutical industry, and why they all pharmaceutical industry are following this guideline. What happened in that time? In 1989 to 1992, US FDA ordered Barr Laboratory identified attempt of test until pass and other abnormality result in 483. After that, February 1993, FDA prosecuted Barr Laboratory court dedicated to FDA to draft the OS guideline. After that, they decide September 1998, FDA generated draft OS guideline. For OS guideline, they decide after 1998, one guideline they given and SOP also given to pharmaceutical industry. After FDA published final OOS guidelines out of specification guideline in October 2006. If you are doing any type of analysis and you observed the abnormal result, what is your action and what you will do? First, you will see you did that analysis, that upcoming result are matching your specification or not. If this is not matching, we trigger one OS out of specification, because we got that result, they are not matching in my specification, otherwise they are beyond the acceptation limit which is given in my SOP. Now I will define you which type of analysis if you are doing in laboratory, then you will observe the OS result. First is, if you are doing stability study related all analysis, then you got OS result. Finished also API, intermediate, in process, raw material and packing material. If you are doing related to that analysis, you can got OS result. In that OS result, you will see the same things, they are not matching in your related specification. Then you will confirm that upcoming result are OS only. OS can happen not only analyst error, it will happen in laboratory error, process related error, sample homogeneity error. Laboratory where you are doing work, any contaminated also is there. Process related, any process which are you are following and you are mention in your specification, that also is not proper. Sample homogeneity, which person are going in manufacturing bring to sample, how he is doing sampling there, if that problem also we can face. First one we will introduce laboratory errors. Laboratory errors, in that errors may be method and of analysis, this error also we can face. Use of non calibrated instrument, if we will not use calibrated instrument, it can happen. Error in calculation, when our result in came we are doing wrong calculation. Analyst error also, if analyst is doing pipetting, anything is there, this also error is occurred. Instrument failure, many more time powered failure, instrument configuration failure, this also it can happen. That is our laboratory errors who will face in the laboratory. After that coming result process related. In that process related we will face that much errors, operator errors, equipment failures, deviation from the validated procedure, quality of raw material, intermediate used, which type of intermediate we are using, that also is error in process control during manufacturing. After that process related errors we will find. Now we will go in next step in sample homogeneity. In sample homogeneity we will find the error, sampling error, handling of samples, who analysts are bent to there for sampling purpose in manufacturing area, how they are taking from there that samples, that also matter. This also error will take in that OS specification. Pooling of sample, in that batch he keep in one cartridge, how he is taking from there that sample, that also matter. If he is not mixing, he is taking only up, we cannot justify the result because it's not a uniformity results. That's the reason if you are going for sampling purpose you take properly. After that identify of the error, which type of error occurred, we will go for investigation. In our OS investigation procedure of two types. First one is MHRA, Medical Healthcare Regulatory Agency, European GMP. In that one, investigation is defined in three types. Phase first, primary and extended lab investigation. Phase second, investigation, manufacturing investigation. Phase third, extend manufacture, resampling and reanalysis. As per CDER, Central Drug Evaluation and Research, US FDA is defined two type of investigation. Phase first investigation, phase second investigation. Phase first primary extended lab investigation, phase second manufacturing investigation and re-sample and re-analysis. Now I will define you both investigation briefly. Now first one, as per MHRA investigation. Phase first investigation means laboratory investigation. Laboratory investigation is related to the quality control department along with rechecking of document with same analyst and retesting with different analysts with original sample. Phase first subdivided into two sections. Phase first primary laboratory investigation and phase first extended lab investigation. In that investigation, first supervisor will thoroughly check where we did mistake and result not match in a specification. After completion of investigation, first supervisor along with QA person, they will go for phase second investigation, manufacturing investigation. In manufacturing investigation, production person will investigate process parameter, drying parameter, input raw material quality, training of person, cleaning of equipment, environmental information, contamination, etc. Production supervisor will check thoroughly all things related to process parameters, drying parameters, they did any type of mistake or there or not. After that, they send one report for QA and define that there any type of mistake is not happen in that manufacturing area. After that, they will go investigation phase third, extend manufacturing investigation. In phase third investigation, quality control, quality insurance and production department investigation the following: sampling error by person authorized for resampling if required, reanalysis of resampled material with different analysts, if root cause found define the kappa, or if not diverted the matter to R&D, ADL or PD lab. Conclusion by all team member QA, QC, PID, ADL and R&D lab. They will decide what they will did for that material. They will throw or they will release. After completion of MHRA guideline, we will go next guideline as per CDER, Central for Drug Evaluation and Research. It's also divided in two phases. Investigation. First phase, laboratory investigation. Laboratory investigation is related to the quality control department along with rechecking of document with same analyst and retesting with different analysts with original sample. Phase second, investigation. Manufacturing investigation. Process related investigation is to be carried out by production department along with resampling and reanalysis. Phase first, investigation, laboratory investigation. Analyst observe the OS result, recalculate the result if required. If analytical result remains same, report the OS result to QC in charge. Log the OS and trigger in LIMS. Start the primary laboratory investigation. Review the document along with solution as per potency, STP, specification, buffer, solution, calibration of instrument, standard solution, column efficiency, weight, storage condition of sample and many more things. Who was taken from analyst, he will thoroughly check everything. What the root cause, if they will got there only, then no need to go for phase second in manufacturing area. Now I will describe phase first, investigation, laboratory investigation. If the result complies, report as complies and invalidate the OS. Release the batch. If any of result is not complies among three, report OS and continue the OS report to QA head. QA head will recommend for the phase second. Phase second investigation is manufacturing investigation. Then we will go for production person. There one supervisor is there. He will investigate thoroughly. Production person shall investigate the following points: input quantity of raw material, input RM quantity, process parameter details, critical process parameter detail, time and temperature, in process result, output of the material, reconciliation of raw material, utility pressure, calibration, preventive maintenance of equipment, cleaning of equipment, training of personnel, brainstorming with operators, contamination verification, environmental review. Throughout that, all parameters manufacturer person will check. After that, if there is no assignable cause observed during manufacturing, investigation same is to be reported to quality insurance head. After that, quality insurance head decide what I will do. He will take second analyst and do triplicate analysis. After that, what result it is coming, that they will report. First they will see QA, QC and production department will evaluate the investigation, and after that they will decide sampling procedure review. If suspected, QA head may recommend for resampling. Resampling will come. QC analyst shall analyze the sample as per STP. Report the result. If result is passed, we will report that result. Define the kappa and release the batch. As per our STP, if result is coming pass, we will define one kappa and release the batch. If result is failed, reject the batch, drive the matter and send to the R&D and ADL. After that, R&D will check. On demand of QA head, sample will go for R&D for checking purpose. What the problem is coming in that method process. After that, R&D person will take care for that sample. Take the user trial with the material. Investigate the failure based on experiment. R&D person will do many more experiment and experience various type of experiment to find out the root cause. R&D person will find the root cause. What is the root cause? Why it is coming in out of specification? To identify is this material can we reproceed and rework. After that, they will give one new method, process method validation. If any type of mistake is there, if any method mistake is there, they will give new method. Any process mistake is there, they will give new process. After that, make a summary report, define the corrective action. R&D person make a summary report. After that, they will send in QA, QC, production department shall. What they will do? QA head shall define the fate of batch for reprocess, rework and destruction, except the corrective and preventive action. Training to all concerned for root cause, corrective action, preventive action. Monitor the activity for corrective action. Evaluate the result of corrective action. Implement the preventive action. Verify the implementation of preventive action. After satisfactory of implementation, close the OS and kappa. It's all are depend on QA head. What they want, what they will do for this batch. R&D person will send the result. After that, QA will decide. QA, QC, production, all person, senior person are sitting together and they will decide what they will do for that batch. What the new method R&D suggested, quality control and QA person will follow this method. If OS batch is to be reproceed and rework, follow the written approved BMR for e-process and rework. Sample as per SOP for sampling of material. Analyze the material according to the specification and STP. Evaluate the quality of the batch. Keep this batch for stability, accelerate and long term. Evaluate the stability result of the batch. Communicate the OS to the customer as mentioned into the quality agreement. Who was the customer for that product? We will report to him its OS is coming in that product and we are doing disregard, otherwise we will release as per our action and investigation. After that we will make a impact assessment of the OS result. We will keep stability study required. OS should be reported to regulatory affairs. OS batch should not be sold to regulatory market. If any OS happen in your sample, we cannot send to in the regulatory market, and we will tell to him in that batch OS happen. That's the reason we cannot send that batch. OS batch cannot be blend with fresh approved batch. We cannot collaborate with OS batch in a fresh batch. OS batch cannot be directly sell into the market. We cannot send that regulatory market, or we cannot sell this batch in local market also. It is a ban. Investigation will not come, then we cannot do anything. As per our requirement, QA person will decide what they will do for this batch. They will reject also, they will throw, and they will release it as per our investigation. After investigation, kappa will close, impact assessment we will write, everything we will close, and we will send to our all senior authority. They will approve. After that we will decide the batch what we will do. That is the conclusion of this all summary of out of specification. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you for watching.